Hello pigs, hello sheep, hello world, good morning everybody, hello little escape shop, hello little flowers on the ground, and hello, what is that? I don't remember, well, what did this scare? Very real and legit time machine? I could go back in time? Yeah, let me plant my stuff off real quick. There we have it, put that there, put my little loaf here. There, let's check that out. I hope this sign isn't lying. I mean, it literally says legit and real and has a smiley face. It's gotta work. So let's use it. Alright. How does this thing work? Whoa. Did it work? Is this my Infdev base before the creature got here? Oh my gosh, it is. The time machine worked. How? That's awesome. That's amazing. Hello guys, and welcome to my Minecraft Infdev World tour. Now if you're a new person, this is a whole series I got here, which is why it's called episode 45 and not Minecraft Infdev World tour. And that's because for all my people who are viewing my videos, I do a whole series where I upgrade from the earliest version all the way to the newest version. So basically I started all the way back in early classic, and now I made it all the way to the end of Infdev, which is why I'm making a world tour, because I'm about to upgrade to Alpha. So currently we're in Infdev version 6.30.2010, and this is a recreation that lets me fly around, and that'll just make the touring very nice. So let's get out of F5 real quick. So it does have some glitches like that, but it makes it so it's like infinitely day, and I can fly around, and there's no HUD. I mean, I still got items in my inventory, but there's no HUD, so that just makes it very useful. So anyways, I'll commence this tour really quick, but before I get that started, I want to make a little note. So, it's been a while since I uploaded. For the people viewing the tour, you probably haven't noticed, but for the people viewing my series, it's because my computer broke down. If you're in the Discord, I was talking all about it. It's because the freaking, I thought it was the power supply. I mean, it technically was, because it was powering off on its own. It wasn't exactly that. It was actually the CPU, and if you guys know about computers, the CPU is the most important part, or the most important and most expensive part of the computer. So that was fun to realize that was broken after replacing half the components. While it's fixed right now, I don't have the best CPU in the world right now. Right now I have like a Ryzen 3, which is alright. It's still like 4 times better than a laptop, believe it or not. But it's about half the performance of my old CPU. But I should be ordering a CPU like anytime soon. Honestly, it'll probably be in the computer by the time I upload this episode anyways. But yeah, that's just all I want to say. So I believe we could commence a tour now. So to start it off, I'm gonna go explore the Indev Island there. So we're gonna go over to Indev territory. Then we'll do, we're lagging for some reason right now. We're going to do the Indev area, and then we should cover this Infdev like main campus area. Then I'll move down to that area, then I'll get up there, and then I'll get the like sporadic spaced out areas of the base. And I'll try to get this in under an hour. It's going to take a while because I explain a lot, but I'm talking pretty fast right now, so maybe we'll get it done. So I'll see you in the Indev Island. Let's go. Okay, so right here we have the whole Indev Island. As you see, in the Infdev world, I actually copied over the entire Indev world to Infdev world and just mined out this area. So I technically don't know what 0, 0 of my initial Infdev world looks like. I mean, I'm sure I have the seed. Well, I guess it's not the easiest to plug it in, but I don't remember what the original chunks here looked like. But that's fine, because right here is the Indev Island, which I generated a small island. I think it was just normal because that was what it was during the time. And I decided to do small and not normal and huge because I didn't want it to be overwhelming. Plus my PC, I used to record on my laptop, so performance was also really bad. But yeah, it looks pretty filled in. It doesn't look too empty in too many spots. Maybe a little bit here or underneath these trees. More about that later. But why don't we fly towards where I spawned in this world? Okay, so ignore the random sounds. That's just from me flying. They're a little noisy. But this right here, I think one of these 4 blocks. I'm not sure which one. It might just honestly be this corner right here. It's where world spawn is. And this is where I spawn. So you're probably like, where the heck are you? It's nothing. It's not too big of a deal. If I just crawl out of this cave right here, we just make our way to the Indev Island. Oh, this grass is being a little noisy right now. And I believe it's actually right under this Indev house was where I spawned. Because I believe in earlier versions you would just spawn above 000 or whatever the coordinates was. I think it was 0064. But it would just shoot you right up. And now, since in newer versions of Infdev, it doesn't do that. But anyways, this is my Indev house right here. And typically there would be stuff in these chests, but sadly they don't transfer over when I did the world conversion. Now, could I manually add stuff to test? Yes, but I decided not to. As it was a whole pain and some blocks don't exist anymore, such as the cloth and the addition or the removal and addition of gears in this version, and I didn't want stuff to crash the game, so I decided to leave them empty. So we got this, back in earlier Indev, there was a chest, I believe it was actually this one right here, that spawned with like every item in the game during the current time. However, there was only 99 of each item, so I wasn't able to make a full Indev house, which is why this one's ruined, but I kind of like having kind of a destroyed Indev house. So this one isn't a real Indev house, this is one I made. That was a real one. Okay, so we can move on from here now. So it seems like some of the stuff got crushed here. I actually think this was my mine entrance right here. But the trees, when I upgraded through Infdev versions, these trees called the Paul Spooner trees got added, which are these large trees, and it caused this whole area to be overgrown. So like that big bushy tree was never there. It was mainly just these trees here. And on top of that, they would just randomly spawn in or move around because of the populated tag, which was a whole thing in Infdev that I explained. Well, right now, if we follow the staircase, I believe maybe this mine is still accessible. I'm going to have to break around a little bit, but that's okay because this is just a copy of my world, so I don't mind breaking too many things. But yeah, this was my whole mine area here. It's not the prettiest mine in the world, and it's because I didn't really like it. I mean, there's just like an infinite amount of coal. Like, I think this was the same vein as this. Coal veins just run like literally for a nuclear decade. So yeah, that's the same coal vein. I believe this is all one coal vein you're seeing. They were just ridiculously big. I think I would get maybe 5 or 6 stacks of coal from a vein. And that was after they nerfed the drops, because they used to drop 1 to 3 pieces of coal per vein in Indev. So anyways, moving on from there, if we walk down this passageway, we should have, yes, a nice passageway with flowers, which don't generate an Infdev terrain. At least in the earlier Indev, they do generate an Infdev terrain, just not in the one I have around this island. And we'll go reach the main area of my Indev island. So we made a dirt shack, which is really good, with a glass window, which is probably the most expensive feature of that house right there. This used to be a bush, but a tree grew here and ruined it a little bit. This also used to be a bush, and a tree grew here and ruined it a little bit. But this one's more intact than that one. Maybe. And this was my main house. It's a little ugly, but you know what? It's alright. And I have a little bit of a lit furnace here, which I'm not sure why it's outside. And this right here used to be a gear. It's now white wool for whatever reason. And right here we also have a random glitched lit up chest, and these used to have all my Indev stuff. I'm not even sure which one I which at this point because it's been so long. And out here I had a little balcony that used to look in the sea expanse, but now you're looking at a cliff with a very weird lighting gradient scheme or something. I don't know. But yet another gears here, and a tree grew in the house again. But that's upstairs, and then I made a little basement which did have nice bed coloring, but it's all white wool. Because back in Indev it wasn't all white wool. You were able to get, I believe, black, gray, light gray, and white wool. Or just dark gray, light gray, and white wool. So it looked nice. It kind of actually looks like light gray here, wool here because of the lighting, but I assure you this is all white wool. And sadly, Infdev kind of just bleached the wool, so you don't really have many wool options. It used to be light gray in earlier Infdev, but now it's white. So let's move on down here. Okay, now we can move on. So we have my very good library or castle thing. I have no idea what I was trying to build, and it did not turn out very good. I'm not a good builder. Let's just say about 5% of my builds are actually good, or they'll suffice, or I'm at least proud with it. If you're a builder, they'd probably say it's a pretty bad build, but yeah, I tried to make a grand staircase. It didn't work too well. This grand staircase ended up me spending $1,000 and not enjoying it, and I didn't even have enough bricks to cover the top, so it just looks a little silly. But that's the whole library area, so I don't want to walk down, so I'm just gonna cheat my way down. And this was supposed to be like a wall of gears, which is a wall of white wool. My first TNT I crafted, which I could actually blow up because it doesn't matter. Yeah. Normally I don't blow up TNT in my world because there's actually no way to get rid of it. So once you place TNT, it stays there. You literally don't have a choice. And I don't know if water masks explosions in this version or not, but I don't know, it's a risk, so I don't really touch TNT all too much in this world. It's a little scary and a little OP, because it really gets set in stone, which is kind of ironic, I think. I don't know. I don't understand jokes too well. Where is my wall? What the freak? 5? There it is. Okay, we placed everything. That looks beautiful. I revamped the base. Don't worry. When you download the world for the Infdev World tour, it won't have this. It'll be like all repaired, which is why I'm not worried about breaking things. Because once again, this is a copy. Oh, and my Nether portals. I made these a lot on my Indev Island. So if I acted like I'm forgetting stuff, that's because I did, because it's been a while since I've been in this Indev World. I think almost a whole year, actually, so there's a lot of things that I don't remember. And now, as we enter here, this should be the shipping mine area. So right here, we have a bunch of 3 shipping crates. We get some fairly large shipping crates, especially this one. This one's rather large. I believe they have absolutely nothing on the inside, or they're solid. Okay, they're not solid. They just have absolutely nothing on inside. But supposedly they had whatever was stored in this mine here. Now I would walk all the way down, but it's a little risky. So this right here was created with TNT. I created a whole TNT vortex, and lava seemed to excuse my yawn. Lava seemed to take over the whole like bedrock layer here for whatever reason. But if we go over here, there's still like gold and coal and iron, and that's because they're just so abundant. And I just didn't have to mine all that because my tools, back in earlier Indev versions, tools would literally last forever. So like it literally did not matter if you craft a tool or not. So I wasn't too worried. All the diamonds in this world that I could find are mine now. I'm sure there's some diamonds still left, but diamonds are very, very rare in Indev. Now if we walk over here, we have my farm I made, which actually held up pretty well. I'm surprised that she has so much wheat left, despite it being like open and exposed and walking over crops. Well, for some, of course, it did it, but it's not gonna do it that well, of course, when I'm recording. But if you walk over your own crops, if you walk over your own crops, they will literally break off and explode, which is rather annoying. And down here we got this little shipping boat that would sail on the sea and move on, but it's kind of set in place because of the borders of the world, because of the Infdev World. But I guess it could sail down there, which I haven't really actually been down there in my Infdev World. Like out of all directions, I explored that way, but not really this way for whatever reason. Now if we move on, we got this very cool and awesome lava and water glitch. So this is Water Boy and Lava Girl, I don't know. And this is a rather weird and bizarre glitch over here. It's actually lagging the game a little bit because, yeah, as you hear there, the game doesn't like it that much, and for whatever reason, it's really causing a hitch or something. That or I'm having a memory leak right now. Not sure. Actually, it might be a memory leak because it seems like I'm just like kind of glitching forward for whatever reason. But anyways, as we move down here, I have on manually placed iron, gold, and diamond. Now that iron, I believe here is naturally spawning. but this diamond, gold, and iron is not. I manually placed it, and geez, I placed a lot of diamonds, which means I had a lot of diamonds, I guess. And over here was a place where I held all the paintings in the game, but wow, we're actually lagging pretty bad right now. We're chilling now. Never mind. But however, the paintings seem to not transfer over when I transferred this to Infdev. So sadly, they're just a bunch of murals, I guess. Now, if we make our way here, we got a little sponge garden bath area here, which is a little cursed because there's grass down here, which is kind of weird because grass growing underwater it's not the most common sight in the world. And on top of that, sponges don't really technically spawn in this or you can't get them in this version of Infdev, and you can't get them for a while actually. But until I think the sea base or whatever gets added, so that's a little fun. So I think if I break this, the water will start going in. But I wonder if sponges still actually work in this version. No, they don't. So I just completely flooded the mine. So I think I just caused a chunk update. I did screw it all up, but that's okay. So we're just gonna fly out of here. So yeah, sponges don't work anymore, which is rather strange. So I guess I caused a chunk update. So if I like place a torch down here or break this, will it screw it up? Huh. I guess not. I guess a chunk update doesn't directly affect it, surprisingly. And I guess I made another. Oh, I forgot about this area over here. I guess I made an even larger area over here. Which is it's just weird, being underneath the water, having that weird darkness, and just being able to walk underneath it. It's kind of cool. Alright. So now moving on over here is my tools testing area. But first I made little smiley faces, because smiley face, I guess. And Tree thought it was a great place to grow on this dirt, I guess. And these dirts area as well. I'm not sure why trees just spawned on random dirt, but they did in earlier versions. So it kind of ruined the island. Which is why it's so overgrown, because it already had trees in it. And on top of that, the tree tag or the has like terrain tag also didn't change. It was a new tag that got added in Infdev. So basically it has the trees that were already here plus new trees, which is why it's so overgrown. So it has like double the trees it should because of earlier Infdev. Why did pressing J not work? Ow. So anyways, here I did tool testing. So I did wood, stone, gold, or iron, gold, and diamond spades or shovels. And over here I did wooden, stone, iron, gold, and diamond axes. And then wooden, stone, iron, gold, and diamond pickaxes. And I'm not sure what the result was. Either diamond or gold were the same rate, or they all were the same rate. I'm not sure. I think they all like worked at the same rate at one point. And that was the whole tools testing. And that was like a whole episode I made. So that was a whole thing. But I think that's almost all of what's in the Infdev Island. Or Indev Island. So right here is my recreated non-lore accurate Indev house. Because a lore accurate Indev house actually has stone all the way around it. It doesn't have wood planks here. It has stone here. Moving on over here, we have another nether portal, which looks rather bizarre because, once again, the great bleaching in Infdev ruined the it ruined the wool colors. I think they do come back. I could be mistaken, but I think the color will come back because I think they still have the tag. But if I break and place it, then it won't. But down over here, we got our nice passageway, which leads to my tree farm on my Indev Island. And if we even go all the way down here, this is still the Indev Island. I think this was technically built on Indev Island, and here. This right here were the Mare sponges, which I made in Infdev. This whole white platform was also made in Indev. And this was a whole checkered pattern thing, but the great bleaching Infdev ruined it once again. Yeah, the great bleaching in Infdev is rather evil. And if you're probably wondering what this little shoot area here is, if I just fly through, it's going to take you to a familiar spot. It's just a spawn point of the world. It's just so when I die in this world, since there's no beds or respawn points, it makes it easier to get to my Infdev Island. So that's why that exists. But I believe that's mostly everything for my Indev Island. So if I fly above so you can get a overhead view, I think I got everything in this island. So there we go. Can I turn the clouds? Yeah, That will make the clouds a little better to deal with. There we go. So that's my whole Indev Island. So I'm gonna like fly around slowly so you can see the whole thing. It's rather annoying because the trees do cover a little bit of the content. But I believe I spent like 2 or 3 months in this Indev Island. So I don't think there's anything underneath this overgrown trees besides, yeah, just Indev House. So that's everything in the Indev Island. So I believe it's time we move on to the Infdev area. Okay, now we are back to the main island here. Here, let me adjust the mic a little bit better. We're back to the main island here, and we just explored Infdev Island. Sorry, I'm recording this multiple days, so it's a little weird for me. However, let's start by my house right here. Of course, I didn't yawn all day, but now I start recording, I'm starting to yawn again. So anyways, starting off here, someone is texting me right now, ignore that. So starting off right here, I had some stairs. This house has been upgraded through many versions. Like, I don't even think it originally had windows. So let's go walk right inside. First, you would notice that these double doors don't work very well. That's because double doors do not work in Infdev. Awesome. And in here, if we look at these chests, I got my mob drop chest, which feathers are from zombos. Arrows are from skeletons. Sulfur, it's called sulfur in this version, is dropped from creepers. String is dropped from spiders. I don't even think you can craft into wool yet. Nope. Yeah, because that's the crafting recipe, right? It's 4. It's not 9. Oh, it's not. Okay, that's weird. For some reason, it's 9 pieces of string. Interesting. And then I got a whole bunch of wool, because you just punch a sheep and it's drop wools. Right here is this is just a chest of all the cobweb collected. And this was supposed to signify like every single subscriber. So basically, during the time of recording the series, I had 381 in here. So I had 381 pieces of cobble. And here is just miscellaneous stuff. Not sure why I got a door of doors here with the awesome door texture. But this is just sand and gravel and flint, because that stuff doesn't spawn in the main island. Because I'm pretty sure I already said this already. Oh, what's the fly button? J. But if you look at the main island, there's no sand anywhere, gravel, besides there. But that's because that's in Indev Island. That's because that wasn't in the original terrain generator when I made this world. So right here is like my main chest where I store like all my goodies. This is stairs. It looks very weird, but I assure you, these are stairs. And then I have a bunch of wood, a ton of iron, and mostly legitimate diamonds. But if you watch the series, you'll understand why I have so many. And then right here, you're probably running like, why the heck did I put coal blocks here, or coal ore blocks? Oh my gosh, I can't speak. Well, first off, you can't even get these blocks. I don't think you could actually get them legitimately in Minecraft just yet. I think you need Silk Touch, but that of course isn't in the game yet. So the reason why these spawned here is because there used to be an old like bug where, well, it wasn't really a bug, it was just more like a thing in the game where you would reload the world, and if you had stone in an area where ore spawns, it'll just respawn as the ore. So basically, if you mine out a diamond vein and replace it with these stones blocks and reload the game, the diamond ore will be back. It basically refreshes itself, which is pretty cool. This is a chest full of pork chops because I get super hungry. Although you can't see my health, but actually no, you can't get hungry. You just gotta refill health. Right here is like my rarities chest. So some of this stuff isn't too rare, like the flower, the rose. Well, I think they're both called flower in this version. And both of these mushrooms. You can find these in caves and you can find these on the surface. They're a little hard to go because you gotta travel a little bit, but not too hard. Oh my gosh, why am I yawning so much? The saddle you can find in a dungeon, and you could also find these in a dungeon. And you could only find them in dungeons, which is why I earned a rarity chest. Now let's walk upstairs real quick. Oh my gosh. Here's my beautiful bed. It's in great shape. We got my nice crafting table for some reason here. A ton of furnaces when I was smelting a ton of iron because I needed to smelt it faster. And this window here is made of leaves, and the reason for that is this tree just randomly grew in and destroyed the windows, and I thought it was so funny and cool that I just left it. Right here are my first iron, gold, and diamond blocks ever made. And in here is the first gold, iron, diamond, and coal, and a weird glitch in here. So that's what I have in here. And this is an indefinitely lit furnace. So yeah, that's basically the house. So let's leave this house so we can get an exterior view of it. So we go, that's exterior view of the house, the Infdev house. And this is what I call the Terraria tree because I made it 2D. And it just looks really weird, especially how like some of these leaves are really far from a oak block, especially notably this one. Not sure how this tree's still alive, but I'm not going to question it. And in this chest I have a ton of dirt and a ton of saplings. Like a ton of saplings, they're super common drop. Anyways, let's move on to the main base area. So I have like a nice passageway. And right here, there's a lot of slapping sounds. Right here I have a little oak like hut thing. And in here I have oak plates and I have oak wood logs. But they're just called logs and planks in this version. Yeah, very simplified. And I'm not sure what that thing in the water is really called, but I made it. It's cool. It's like a fractal kind of thing. Now let's go down over here. Yeah, let's go here. So right here we got a nice like lava pit area. It's not the coolest thing in the area in the world, but I think it's quite interesting because if you could see here, the lava is flowing quite far. That's because lava actually used to flow, I believe, 8 blocks in a version. So basically I took advantage of that, and that's where that's at. And for some reason I also have like a weird, I don't know, the world just has a weird generation here. It's really weird and interesting. And right here was once again the wool thing, the like wool checkerboard, but of course it got bleached. But right here we got a level 1 mender sponge, level 0, level 1 right here. A level 2 one, which is getting cool. And if you know what a fractal is, it's pretty much a repeating design. So basically this one is a cube of this guy, and this is a cube of that guy, and this is a cube of this guy. And I could make a level 4 one, but that would require a lot of these, and I don't have that much cobblestone. Plus, I don't even think the build height will let me do unless I dig really far down, which I'd rather not do. But this is really cool just to explore, especially with the old lighting. Kind of works kind of cool with that. I know the old lighting works a little better, not with that. That's a little weird with the water, especially how that's like 1 lower too. I don't know. Lighting works in certain scenarios, in certain scenarios it doesn't. And we're hitching for some reason. I don't know why. So let's move on down to here. Oh my gosh, we're lagging. Not sure why we're hitching so much. Oh well, it's not too bad. It's annoying if we could stop hitching. Okay. So right here is my very defunct wheat farm. It's not working too well, and that's because, well, just take a look here. You could trample your own crops just by walking over them. And that's really annoying because you could be trying to tend your farm, and let's just say I got like wheat here, and I want to get the wheat, but like it dropped there, and I'm like, oh well, how am I supposed to get it? You can't like do it. You can't crouch. So basically, you gotta kind of step on this crop here, but you got a chance of destroying it. It's really annoying, but I still managed to get a ton of wheat. Now over here we have our. We are really lagging. I might have to fix that. But right here we have a ton of trees right here, and this is another one of my tree farms, which I have one over here. It's pretty much the same thing, and I'm getting spam, so let's just get rid of my phone. Just threw it on the bed. And then right here we have. Ow, I took damage, really. So right here we got a little painting factory, or not factory, a little painting showcase area. And well, it was filled with every single painting in the game. Not sure where almost half of them went. I don't know why they just disappeared Thanos clap from me, but whatever. But it did at one point have every painting in the game. Not sure what happened to them. I don't know. I'm at a loss for words for that one. Right over here, if we walk over here, we got my nice little passageway here. I did have a cool tree grow here, but it spawned there. I decided to leave that because that tree actually looks nice. But if we look in here, this is my relic hall right here, which stores stuff from every version of the game. So basically, this was the first Infdev version with level saving. Whoops. Did I just mess up the fog? Yep. So this is the first Infdev version with level saving. So we're going to turn that down real quick, just so I don't lag as much. So these were the first blocks you could get in this version. Like, these were all the blocks you could get That's it. And these are all the items, which is not too much, but it's not too little either. It's a decent chunk of items. Mainly all tools and stuff, but there's some ores and some sticks and other stuff. Now if we go on later versions, this version added sand and gravel to the world generation, which also means that you can get flint, and thus flint, steel, and glass if you smelt sand. And upgrading to a version 2 days later gave mobs, because mobs started to spawn. So I was able to get wool, which could turn into paintings. I was able to get sulfur, which can make TNT, feathers, which make arrows, string for bows, and pork chops for cooked pork chops. And of course leather armor, or cloth armor, which is made from wool. Because there's no cows or chickens in the game yet. It's just sheeps and pigs. Now we upgrade to 607. I believe this version added doors, ladders, and signs, which is really unique select items. And as you can see here, the signs are actually like really big. Not sure why they're so big, but you also can't walk through them. They're like a whole entity. It's really strange. And 615, buckets were added, so I was able to get, of course, the bucket and water and lava buckets. Now if we move down here, 616, which I believe is, wow, that's only 1 day later. I believe it was, I think that's a Secret Friday update. Okay, maybe not. I think this one added caves and flowers, so I was able to get these 2 flowers and these 2 mushrooms of cave generation, and thus be able to get mushroom stew. And 618, I believe that was a Secret Friday. Yes. That one gave you the ability to get obsidian somehow from stone generator. It was really interesting. Oh, what did I just do? I turned on caps lock, my bad. I don't remember how I was able to get the obsidian, but I was able to get obsidian somehow from obsidian generator, I think. And there's also, wait, could I get obsidian earlier? Wait, I just realized I probably could have got obsidian with that. I don't know. But they added minecarts and rails, so there's that in that version. And I actually spoiled this, but this was the Secret Friday update that had dungeons. And I was able to get I was actually able to get a whole spawner. I dropped the wrong thing. There you go. So that's really weird, you know, you wouldn't think you'd be able to get something like that, but for a short amount of time you could actually get this in Infdev, which is really interesting. And I was able to get mossy cobble saddles. And right in here, I have stairs, which look really weird because they have a stupid texture for some reason. I have extra space, but of course I'm not going to need it for Infdev because, well, this is the Infdev World tour and we're done with it. So let's leave this area. We can turn the fog up again. So that's really everything. Oh, my bad. Forgot about this. Yeah, there we go. This is the last area of main campus, as I call it, or main, I don't know, main base. And this is my mob grinder I made in Infdev 615. And it was established almost a whole year ago. Wow. And it's not working too well, but supposedly it's supposed to give me a lot of loot, but ow, my foot hurt for some reason. But oh well. And this is a little passageway, I believe. I have some like cutouts, I thought, or something. There's some like little nifty quirks, but I forgot about. I think I could have sworn I had a water elevator somewhere. Maybe was up here. I don't remember. Oh well. Maybe it was in a different world. I could have sworn I had a water elevator somewhere. But I'm just not finding it right now. Oh, it's right here. It is right here. There's my water elevator. It's not the best thing in the world, but it works. It looks a little weird. I'm not sure. It's not the fastest thing in the world either, but it works. It does its job. Good enough, I guess. But we don't need to be up here, so we can go back down. And now we can explore the underground. So this is just mainly strip mine. If I go down there, that's just going to lead to strip mine, so there's no reason to explore that. But we can't go down here. So let me just walk down. Here we are. I'm walking all the way down. And this is going to be pretty cool, because you're going to look at this and you're going to be a little confused. Because down here is just a pit. I can't parkour for some reason. It's just a random pit of void. And that's because right above here is my Indev Island. So basically when I transferred the world, I basically deleted all these chunks. So this entire area of the world is deleted because I had to transfer this over. But what is interesting is that this used to be lava. And you can still see lava at the bottom of the world. Like if I go under, I might take damage. I don't know, I'm not taking damage, but I'm pretty sure you can if you go far enough underneath the ground. It's really cool because there's just a bunch of floating items and stuff down here. Like, this was where I was bridging across. There used to be lava, so it used to be a lot scarier, but now it's not as scary anymore. But it's still pretty scary. I mean, falling in the void, that's I mean, you die. But I also have some cool things, like the first diamonds I found in the world were right here. And this cursed water lava thingy I made. Because these used to infinitely spawn water, and this used to infinitely spawn lava. Of course, that's not the case anymore, but it's just cool. And it looks like the water's actually sticking to the sides here, which I also find a little interesting. Yeah, water physics were weird. So I'm going to go back upstairs now. I nearly killed myself. I jumped into the void on accident, but we're good. So once again, we have another like little steppy ladder thing, but I'm in fly mode, so I'm just going to fly up it because walking up it's a pain. Or technically climbing up it. And that should be all of the main campus area of the base. So why don't we go down here real quick? Well, I say really quick. Did I just mess that up? Oh, I think I messed up my recording. Hang on. So, great news and funny story. I did not mess up the recording. For some reason, it showed the stats of pausing the game, but for some reason, it did not pause the recording. Not sure how that worked, but whatever. Because pressing F6 brings like a hopper on the side, which you guys actually saw in the recording, which was weird. It should have paused it, but for some reason it didn't. And right here is a very like simplistic house. That's there. And then that's my 300 sub thing, because I was super happy to get 300 sub, which I'm still very happy about. I mean, thank you guys. Right here is my monolith spot plus memorial, and I made a little tiny monolith here, which I'm pretty proud of. And I believe there's like a way on. You could climb the trees, like there's a little passageway. Oh, that's not the way. Whoops. There it is. And you could jump on and get on a nice little monolith. But I don't want to be on here, so let's jump in the water. Awesome. We nailed that one. But yeah, I'm pretty proud of this little tiny little thing. But anyways, if you walk here, here is this house right here. You might have seen it something similar to this. And it's because this house, you can actually find it in the construction handbook. I messed up the house. I didn't realize I forgot to fill it in. But anyways, you can find this in the construction handbook for like those Minecraft books that you got at the like Scholastic book fairs that were awesome. I have almost all of them except for the redstone one. But anyways, yeah. There's a more complex one in the Minecraft handbook. I just kind of cheaped out on this one, and also there was no stairs in the game when I made this. So let's go down here. And this should be like a whole floor down here, but I decided not to make the floor and just made a weird entrance. Right here is where you test out minecarts. And right here, minecarts look a little funny because there's like a little card in it, but I assure you that these are actually just chests. So if I like break this, stuff's gonna drop out because I actually used it as a chest before it turned into actual minecart. So I'm gonna get, I believe, 36 cobble, 27, can't count because I forgot chest has 3 rows, not 4 rows of 9. So basically, yeah, all the minecarts have a chest in it. So basically, I could just fly around. Forgot I actually can't leave the minecart. Oh, I guess I can. Yeah, there used to be a glitch where you're floating in the air, but it looks like that's been fixed. So anyways, we're going to take this minecart. Let's see if we can go down this little roller coaster thing I made. Because I used to test out these minecarts in this room. I was pretty happy from it. So let's go up here. Give it a little push. Ow. Not sure why I'm so far above it, the minecart, but whatever. A little weird, but whatever. We'll just let that be, I guess. So basically that's just this whole house here, so nothing too special. Right here was a big build I had to make. This one took a while. And this is my Infdev quarry, which I made 613 in the summer. And it took a long time for me to mine this out. I believe these still have items in them. And I decided to leave a lot of iron and coal ore that wasn't in the way, so just to make it look like mine. And it kind of got like barricaded in with TNT or something. I don't know, it has some lore to it. And this was all the stuff I got from it. So I got a ton of iron. Well, this wasn't all of it, but this was all the iron at least. So there's that. So right here is a little minecart trail, and this leads to a monolith I found in my world. So I'm gonna fly all the way up to the top of it because this monolith is a little cool. So basically, this monolith technically isn't like completely lore accurate or completely like legitimate to this world. I copied over the chunks, which is why there's sand and gravel here. But anyways, I thought it looked cool. I wouldn't want to travel 20,000 blocks to find a monolith, so I decided to put one right next to my base. So that's why this is here. And honestly, it's not too cheating, and I'm pretty proud of it anyways. So there's all that. Although this monolith kind of looks kind of small compared to these mountains, because those mountains go quite high, don't they? But basically, that's all of my side campus area. I mean, I could go down here, but we're gonna wait till later, because I want to do the upper campus area over here now. So right here is a cool little bridge I made from fences, which look a little cursed, but that's okay. And we can walk up here, and we can go to my fronts, as I call them. There's my larger front, and I made a mini front, which they're nothing too special. It's like a little spectator base where you get to see things over there. If I fly over here, this is a larger front, which you can spectate or just snipe people with your bow or something. I don't know. I'm not the most artistic person. And you can also go on top of the front if you want to. Now over here this was in one of my episodes where I made an altar because I wanted mobs to be in this world because I was lonely. And I instantly regretted it. That was a funny episode. So there was that. And right here is probably one of the worst cobblestone generators ever. It's just a regular cobble gen, but it just doesn't work. It works fantastic, as you can tell. I put a lot of effort in it. Not really. And it just doesn't work. Right here is my pig farm, which I was able to get because I was able to carry a spawner around. So basically it just spawns pigs and it has a lower accurate Indev house. So pigs spawn an Indev house because they're newbies. So I'm not sure why there's a weird wool beacon thing there. I guess I never fixed it fully. But oh well. We're just going to climb up here. And this is one of my oldest structures in my Infdev World. Basically, I made this as kind of a GPS point to just explore certain areas. So, like, if I want to, well, this way, I can't really explore. But basically, I put a torch there because I went that way and I went this way. So, it's kind of like a hub to know, like, oh, I'm close to base. And right here is some stuff here, but this is, that is actually world lore. So, we're going to worry about that a little bit later. But first, I believe that's all of main campus area, so I'm going to fly above so you can get a good view of the main campus area. So yeah, that's basically all that. So for now we can move all the way down towards, down. Now I can move towards my demo areas, or my recreation areas. So this is my recreation of Cave Game right here. Because Cave Game was something like this. It wasn't exactly like this. I'm pretty proud of it because I think it's a little cool. So like a random pit thing there. Honestly, plays like Cave Game where you can't see any of your hotbars, so it's pretty realistic actually with this recreation. And then another pre-classic version just converted us all to flat ground. So there's that one. And I made a third one, which is the first one to feature terrain generation. So I made a little chunk. I think these are exactly one chunk as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah. So they're just chunks. I believe there's 2 more now. So if we keep on flying down here, this was, I think, my first thing I made a world height limit. We are really lagging. Wow. Give me a second. I'm just going to do that. Yeah. For some reason, I don't know why we're lagging. This is my first build, the height limit. Honestly, I'm not sure. Oh, I got scared. No! Oh my gosh, I'm so bad at this. But anyways, I'm not sure how grass somehow managed to spread all the way up here, but I'm not going to question it. And I think this right here, why are we lagging so much? Wow. Are you still laggy down there? Not sure what's lagging so much. I still got the old CPU in my computer, so we're going to see about that. So this is Classic 0.038, and this is the first version that added caves. So basically, it's just pretty much like that version, except now there's caves, which I made a little tiny cave here. Although, for some reason, it looks like the game's going to crash when I go in here. Oh, and now my frame rate's beautiful. Do I have any torches? Because for some reason it's really dark down here. Yeah, so there's just a cave, and I'm going to break that because I want to keep it traditional. So yeah, that's, I think, the second last demo. And now if we fly all the way down here, yep, we're going the right way. Because I'm not going to walk this whole way, because it's the whole thing. I never finished this demo, but this was the first one to add a water. It adds water and adds, yeah, so water plus water, but I never finished this. So that's whatever. But basically I could add as many chunk areas here, because look how big this sea of water is here. And you can see how it kind of has a chunk border here, which I find a little interesting. And I believe I haven't gone too much further in here. This was at one time a farthest explored spot. But I went all the way down here, and this area just has caves. It's nothing too special. As you can see, there's flowers and stuff here. But I went over here because there's actually cave generation here, so it just features cave. There's actually cave entrance right here. And I found some diamonds in here as well. So that area. So let me fly back to the base. There we are. We're almost back to the base. So now we could go down to the lore area, because I'm sure you guys actually want to know about the lore of this world. So let's go all the way down. Wait, I might have messed it up. Give me a second. So let's follow these torches. It should be down here past this area, but ignore that. We're gonna worry about that later. It's part of the lore. It's part of the story. I don't recall going down this. Oh, I guess I did. Did I really never make it past the way? I guess I never did. Well, I was pretty scared, but we're gonna worry about that. So this is where it all started. This right here is my bad. I paused the game. This is an enclosure of the creature, who I seemed to be a nice fellow at first. Let's just say that. And right in here, I believe he had a stone shovel, and I thought it was a gift. So I took it, and I mined out this area over here, which is the intro to one of the episodes, I believe. And then I walked in here because I heard a funny sound, and this is what I saw, unhappy face. So I'm like, okay, he's a little mad, so I think I returned the shovel, or maybe it broke. I don't recall what happened. It's been a long time since that day. But I don't think he liked it, so I just went back to my base. I'm like, okay, we're fine. There's some weird water glitches here, but I don't know if they're here anymore. Well, let's not worry about that. I'm getting distracted while I'm trying to tell you the lore. So basically, there's a crafting table there, which either I placed or the creature placed. So I just kept on running back to my base because I was scared. And I started noticing stuff like that. Oh, that's cool. You get to see my base from there. I'm not used to that because I used to be playing a load and under this just because of bad computer. But he actually had a little enclosure here. And this says mad right here. He can't spell very well, but I'm not sure he would like me saying that to you guys because he's already furious enough. Luckily, I mean, you guys saw with the intro, I actually made a time machine, so I'm not sure he's actually in this timeline. I don't know where he is because he actually put TNT in my house. He literally made me leave, but of course that's not in this time machine version where I'm actually able to fly. I don't know why, but that time machine gave me some special abilities, so I'm not complaining. And right over here was probably the thing that spooked me out the most. And this is, you better watch out, I'm after you. And he made a crusade up here and made a bunch of gravestones. That really spooked me out. And he called me a thief, even though I tried to give the stuff back. I feel so bad, like, I don't know why. This guy must really hold grudge. He must be like an orange cat or something. I don't know. It's okay, I can say stuff about him because he's not in this world. Or at least I assume he's not. If he is, well, I'm going to be hitting a nice end. But I ran away, so he just lives here anyways. But, here, since you took what's mine, I'll take what's yours. This was like a hero bind kind of like ritual area. This really spooked me out because I was by my base and I just saw this. And then there's nothing in the chest. I think there's something in the first. Maybe not. I might have took the stuff because I was angry. And this was the last place he hid out before he went to my base. Right on top here, which this one spooked me out a ton. And I'm not sure where he went, but he was throwing TNT at me at one point. And this literally says, leave now or else I'll make you leave. And basically he made me leave. And there was TNT in here and there's some explosions when I was running away. But I was able to get away safely. But sadly, I think my time machine ability is wearing off because I am feeling a little weak. But I do have a little bit of time left. So anyways, that is the lore of the world. I'm trying to break the third wall while trying to stay in it. Right now it's kind of, bear with me. But anyways, yeah, my abilities are kind of running low, but yeah, that's the whole like creature thing. He doesn't seem to be here, which is kind of nice. I don't know, I guess he just despawned with the time machine. But when I ran away, I decided to go this way. So this was in that, we're lagging again. I guess generating in new chunks for some reason, super laggy. But we'll just, you know, I'll pause the video and I'll let it load and I'll join back with you guys. Alright, so it seems like all the stuff loaded in. I just loaded in chunks, so it's going to be slightly laggy as I reload the chunks. And I think the reason is because since I actually went in these time machine, these chunks, some of these chunks aren't generated anymore. Especially I'm on a far render distance where I used to only have a small, so I used to not be able to see that whole island there, but now I can now. So it's generating those chunks down there, which I originally didn't generate. But anyways, this is where I ran away to in my alpha spot. And what's really weird is, I believe I actually made my base or hub around here, but it's not here because I took the time machine. So that's a little interesting. But over here, there's nothing too special over here, so we just go down here. But just a little cave here. And down here, I made my dungeon, so let's go to it. So this is Chris 18's legendary skeleton farm, and it's really nice. I put a lot of work in this mine, as you can tell. Like, look how nice decorating is. Boom, down here. And beautiful. So the farm actually works pretty well. If I go down here, I'm not going to go down all the way, but basically you just, I guess I will go down all the way. I'm lying right now. I'm lying to you guys. Guess you can't fly down ladders any faster. But basically, skeletons will spawn, and I can just smack them. Let's get their loot. And I can fly back up. Seems like more is spawning, which is nice. I just put them in here. And I get quite a bit of arrows from here. It's a nice arrow farm. I don't really use arrows, but it's a nice way to collect arrows. Especially how one of my alpha spots right next to this. It's pretty useful. And I believe there's, oh my gosh, hang on, let me go back down. There we are, so let's fly really quickly. And the reason is, I actually found another dungeon here. I decided to renovate this one a little bit and make it a little nice. I got all the mossy cobble from this one, but I actually found another dungeon here, so that's why I'm at the show, so my bad. So I'm going to fly back up. But yeah, that's really everything for the world, so I am leaving the world download in case you want to download it, of course. So there's that, and in the world download are also a bunch of views, which I'm going to go over real quickly, right before I make the outro of this video. But anyways, that's like the main area, so hopefully you enjoyed the tour. Like, hopefully the video isn't too long or too annoying. I know I'm not the best speaker in the world, but I really want to show what I made. And I think it's a really good blast off from Season 3 of my series. Or 2. I think it's Season 3, if I could count. So yeah, I'm just going to sit here real quick, and I'm going to show you the map of the world so you guys can understand it. If you ever try to explore the world, I'll explain it to you guys. So right here is a little map of the world right here. So it looks a little rough here, but in my Infdev World tour, I actually have a labeled one. So if I actually go to the world tour right here, I do actually have a labeled one right here. So in case you ever want to see this, but for the sake of this little snippet right here, I just have a top-down view. So anyways, right here is the Indev Island right here, in case you ever want to explore. So it has all the stuff here. And this is the main area right here, where basically if you see a lot of buildings, that's where my base is. And this is the upper part of the mountain here. And these were the demos I was showing you. And if you kept on going down, you would see that failed demo, or not failed, just not incomplete demo. And these really, really tall mountains down here. So that's everything about there. And then that was my like ritual area for the spawn mobs that I actually instantly grabbed. My terrible cobble farm. Not sure what's up there. And then my pig area, or my pig area spawn thing. And then down here was the lore of the world. So there's a bunch of just the creature encounters there. And if you go down here, you got the monolith, and then you got the alpha spot right here. Which I believe in Infdev World Tour. Oh, did I have the alpha spot? I don't think I actually did. Which I think I technically should have, but I made a time machine, so I guess it's more accurate to the series, I guess. Because if we're actually going to be in the nitty gritty, I actually did make a house and stuff here in Infdev. But I guess for the sake of this world tour, it's not gonna be in it. But it's really just a little shack house. It's nothing more special than the pig house, really. So it really isn't anything too big. I mean, you saw it in the intro to this video anyways. But that's about it. So I'm gonna go back to Minecraft. So, oh, you can see my screen. Isn't that so cool? Alright, so we are back in the Minecraft world. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video, because I am doing phenomenal on this outro, by the way. It's been a long recording session, and I'm just out of it. Like, I only ate popcorn today, but we're not gonna worry about that. I'm just really thirsty. So once this video ends, I'm gonna get the biggest drink of water. But anyways, I appreciate you guys for watching this video. If you made it all the way through, I know it's a long video, so if you didn't sit through it, that's okay. And if you're just looking at the outro right now, well, thanks for just giving this video a watch. It means a lot. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next episode. And if you're just here for the world tours, I'll see you in the Alpha World Tour. It'll be a while, but I do actually have other world tours on my channel if you want to watch them while you wait. It will be a while, though. I have no idea when the next world tour is going to come out, if it comes out, but I really hope it does. But that's really everything, so thank you guys for watching. I'll see y'all in the next episode, or I'll see y'all in the next world tour, depending on where you're going. So, bye-bye, everyone.